Well, we've got a decent amount of ground nearby to explore now that we've got the wave beam. Still, expect to find the power bomb before we get to the final boss. There's no harm in going to where the top area is now that we've got all the robots we can find in the lower areas. Just gonna keep on fast-forwarding until we get to something relatively new. Definitely funny to be able to take down an enemy without him having any chance to fight back. Mostly because this game has been extremely unforgiving for the most part. I'll just take every bit of slack I can find this far in. Right, definitely a lot of monsters in here. Samus, what are you doing? Usually we just shoot whatever we counter. Okay, so Samus is just as confused as I am. Probably not a great sign. Especially since the last time her eyes were that wide open, we ended up waking up without most of our suit's abilities. And to nobody's great surprise, Ravenbeak is keeping an eye on us. Oh god, there's another Emmy zone right in front of us. Fucking hell. We've got another robot to have to deal with. And its gimmick is probably something that involves the damn Powerball. Right. It just blew up the entire screen. There was literally nothing we could have done there. Sam, what are you doing? Run while he's stunned! Well, this is certainly different. Am I supposed to be feeling freaked out now? I'm too busy being relieved that we didn't actually have to deal with that robot. And now we have the much less intimidating spearman showing up to give us some more trouble. This is just going wonderfully, isn't it? Right! I just got stumped by something we should be reasonably familiar with at this point. Sure, it's only the second of the shield-using spearmen we've seen, but still, we didn't even get to the part where he's spitting acid from the frickin' walls there. Well, at least we removed his shield this time. I guess I was just completely thrown off by the fact that the robot I thought was going to give us quite a bit of trouble just existed for the sake of showcasing something odd going on with Samus here. I'd probably be more freaked out by her suddenly showing that level of obscene ability out of nowhere if it wasn't for the fact that I wish she could have done that to all the damn enemies in this game and saved us a hell of a lot of trouble. It certainly doesn't take long to take one of these guys down when you aren't distracted by unexpected cutscene shenanigans. Okay, closing her fist like that after absorbing an enemy just looks awesome. Right, power bomb acquired. Now we're ready to head for the end game. I'm sorry, but there's absolutely no way I'd ever use a power bomb in order to wipe out a bunch of recurring, relatively fragile enemies. Not when we literally only have 2 on us right now. We have so many offensive options that, outside of some extreme circumstances, I don't see why I'd use power bombs in the middle of a fight against regular enemies, and I somehow doubt Ravenbeak is going to outright swallow us later on, so yeah, the Metroid Queen bit probably not going to repeat itself. Yeah, of course that reminds me that now that the Emmys are extinct, we probably have absolutely no use for the cloaking device anymore, do we? Right, of course we need to use the power bomb to get out of here. Why did I even need to ask? Not even sure why I felt the need to check if there's anything else in here. Well, the scanner can't tell if there's anything to break in here, but I think I might see something. And look at that! The power bomb just completely rearranged the terrain. Again, how can a surprise there hasn't been more terrain rearranging in this game, considering the graphics are better than all the other games so far? Sure, this series is built on exploration, and that would be a bit awkward if we could just blow holes into absolutely every wall and ceiling indiscriminately, but still, it would look absolutely awesome, and feel so cathartic after everything we've gone through. Oh, there's absolutely no chance in hell I'm gonna go through those speed boost blocks at the right angle, while also smashing through the bomb blocks just above it. Just another of many upgrades I want no part of.
Uploading data.
Samus, you have manifested a new power. The speed with which you siphon energy is undoubtedly Metroid in nature. The Metroid DNA inside you must have fully awakened, no doubt as a result of the many battles you have fought on this mission. This tremendous power is the last thing you require to confront Ravenbeak. I have detected a fortress in the sky high above Nubia. You must be there. The time has come. Samus, fulfill your destiny.
Right, just need to find some way to get to a fortress in the sky from here. Is it too much to ask that the alien Birdman is some kind of sky elevator for those of us who can't actually outright fly? Not that we've ever actually seen a Jozo fly around like a traditional bird or something. Okay, so the green X's don't give us fresh power bombs. We need a very specific item drop for those around here. I suppose I should search the various areas for more power bombs to add to our actual stock, but still, our next objective is the final boss, and the game has given us an interesting tidbit that Samus is becoming more Metroid to the point she's freaking herself out. Excuse me for wanting to just push on. While I'm sure the floating black thing is his ship, I'm not so sure we're actually going to be able to pilot it. At the very least, I doubt we can use it to just leave the planet altogether. Speaking of, just where the hell is our ship from here? I damn well know we're going to have to use it to leave the planet when we start destroying it, so I'd like to know just how far we're going to have to sprint in order to reach it. so we've got another spearman to have to deal with. Assuming I interpreted that jumping figure in the background right at any rate. Right, it's another spearman. Let's just see how different gold is from the others. At the very least, fighting it with the occasional bolt of lightning in the background is kind of epic. Okay, so this cat's shield has a different gimmick from the others since we have to use the grapple on it. Is it just me, or is this guy faster than the red ones? And it's not like those guys were what I would consider slow by any means. Dear God, just how many spits is he gonna do before moving on? Right! Entirely my fault for where I landed there. Still, I felt like we had more room for error. After all, we had more than just one tank of health left at the instant we died. We literally went from 159 to 0 instantly. Not as bad as an Emmy grab, but still pretty jarring. Let's try that again, only making more of an effort to avoid the black gunky spreads all over the place. Right, back to the stage where we died last time. Dear God, he just does not give us much time to shoot him while he's up there. And he's not even the final boss, he's just an especially dangerous spearman out of nowhere between us and the final boss. Oh, come on! I thought it was safe that far away! Well, at least it only took him 2 tries to bring this bastard down. Still, it distinctly looks like I'm gonna need at least 25 clips to finish this LP. I wonder why I thought it was shorter when I was starting to work on the commentary for this game. Is it just how spread out the interesting story bits are? Anyway, guess we're taking the convenient space elevator here. Does that area really deserve its own name when it's just there for the boss fight? But then the only sector name I remember in this game is Cataris. I may not be the best judge for that sort of thing, really. Interesting way to get to this little sky fortress. But I'm still curious how Samus is supposed to get back to her ship, since we still don't know where exactly it is. Right, definitely want to save here before trying our hand against the final boss. I'd ask what this room is for, but unless we have to fight in it, I doubt it matters this far in. Okay, just how are we supposed to move in here? Right. When in doubt, use the power bomb. Sorry, I haven't had it long enough to make that my standard practice around here. So, we get an elevator to another terminal to communicate with Adam?
Has caused you to become a Metroid. Ordinarily, this would have happened immediately after the DNA transplant. Your Foha genes must have slowed down the process. They were the only tribe capable of controlling the Metroids. Though you possess their DNA, you are not a Foha. Your physical prowess suggests that you must also possess Mochan DNA. Metroids are programmed to identify Mochan as enemies. This suggests one thing to me. It is very probable that your metamorphosis occurred as a result of Raven Beak's attack. His presence awakened the Metroid's killer instinct. Since then, your metamorphosis has accelerated. It can no longer be controlled. You are now a Metroid, Samus Aran. Your very existence poses a grave threat to the galaxy. However, there is no need to fear. You can still contribute to galactic peace. You need only use your new powers correctly. You have followed my instructions faithfully so far. Continue to do so. It's that simple. I consider your performance here on TDR highly satisfactory. As I hoped, it has even awakened your Metroid powers. I was right to let you live during our first encounter. That one glimpse you showed told me everything. Submit and offer up your power. My plan is the only way to bring order to the galaxy. Fulfill your destiny, Samus. This is an order. Disobedience will not be tolerated.
Sorry, but Samus already has two people she considers father. There is absolutely no room for some self-important warlord to take that kind of role in her life this late in the game. Okay, not really expecting to be able to beat him on my first try, but I can at least use the rest of this clip as my scouting run for the final hit. He is absolutely brutal at melee. He's got a massive area of effect attack and a slow-moving but massive energy ball that tracks us. I'm not even sure if our missiles are hurting him just yet. Well, at least the energy balls are breakable and can give us supplies. I suppose that's something. Some moves a boss does can be countered. That would be better to see if any of the moves he actually used to kill us were counterable there. It would also be nice if I had some way to know just if I was hurting him and by how much. Okay, I suppose that attack can be countered, but I didn't really see it in time to be able to. Hell, he didn't even do that for our first death, and I have no clue how many more deaths happened between this one and the first one. For a moment, I was tempted to say that we were stalemated, but then he just started slapping me like a red-headed stepchild, and that is especially odd because Samus is a blonde. I know, not the best joke, but still, I don't think I'm having any offensive effect whatsoever. All I'm doing is just dying a lot slower than the first try. Technically an improvement, but not really improving our situation. Okay, that seems to have made some progress. And I'm getting back to just being slammed against a wall. I hope Samus knows a good masseuse, because after all this, she's going to need someone to really take care of all the back and leg pains this mission has given her. Did he really just gesture to bring it? And he just casually walked through a powerbomb explosion. Is Ravenbeak in any way related to Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat? Or did they just go to the same school for shrugging off offense and striking back like a freight train? Sure. We probably hurt him when we did the whole counter thing earlier, but it's not like he gives that many opportunities for us to counter him. Definitely getting Shao Kahn vibes from this guy, and that's especially odd since I'm not really a fighting game kind of a guy. He is just shrugging off so many of our attacks with no sign that it hurts him that it is frustrating. I'm sure that if I counter the shoulder charge, which is again something that makes me think of Shao Kahn, we may have a chance. But every other melee attack he's got, I can do nothing about. Damn! How long have we been essentially stalemated where he can't finish me off, and I can't do much of anything to him in return? It feels like an obscenely long time considering how fast-paced this fight is. I should have known to counter that time. What? Do I just love the sight of Samus getting absolutely slammed in the stomach hard enough that the wall should be cracking by now? Okay, some more progress. Never mind, the stalemate continues. Right, now there's some progress. That was even a different animation as we dodged his attacks. Again, I damn well should have countered that. Ravenbeak is certainly quite the mountain to climb, which is especially impressive considering everything we had to fight just to get this far. many times do I have to get hit by the same attack before I figure out how to use it to my advantage and make him look like the idiot, not myself? Well, we've already done this set of dance moves already, but I don't mind seeing it again. And that is most definitely new. Oh god, that is most definitely new. Oh god! He was smacking me around enough when he was just stuck on the ground. Sure, he seems to take more damage more easily with his wings out, but I am now seriously worried what he's got now that we've pissed him off. I'm probably dead again, aren't I?
Is that your best?